What's up, you guys? We are at Armor once again. Surprise. Uh, this morning, check-ins went fantastic. Visuals are looking crisp, and we're at a new low weight. I was 183.2 this morning, so we are most definitely getting down there. It's nice to see that the body is still adapting despite us not making any food changes recently, or cardio expenditure changes. But I feel like Alex pretty soon here is either going to lower my calories or increase my cardio, or both. He hasn't really said anything to indicate that, but I feel like it's coming because now we're 14 weeks out roughly, um, and as we inch closer and closer to the show, we're gonna have to enter the territory of suffering. And something that I actually saw on Alex's Instagram was like the person, and I'm misquoting the hell out of this, but I think it was from Callum, and the summary of it is it's not the person who suffers the most that's going to win the show. If you do everything in your power to suffer every second of prep and just make your life miserable, and you just make yourself suffer on purpose for no reason, then it's not going to work out very well for you. There is inherent suffering, and you're going to have to suffer, but it's mitigating that suffering as best you can to produce the most optimal results possible. So it's not who can suffer the best and who can suffer the most. It's who can endure the suffering that is going to happen and come out on the other side with the best results. So the suffering is coming. It's going to be here real soon. And despite me telling Madeline just now and her not approving of the idea, at the end of this month, I'm going to be shaving off the beard and all of my body hair to pretty much just look like a bodybuilder and see what I look like, clean shaven again. So for the next month, I'm not going to shave my beard or get a haircut. I'm going to look real fuzzy by the end of the month, but then it will be a dramatic shift from that to getting a haircut, shaving my whole beard off, and cutting all the hair off my arms and legs and everywhere else. She was not keen on that idea. She likes the beard. She doesn't want it to go, but it's gonna go. It's gonna go. But today we got chest and shoulders. Not sure how the 90s are going to hold up on shoulder press. Not from a strength perspective, but from a stability perspective. Because, case in point, obviously, we want to push the most load possible for the same amount of reps possible as we continue through prep so that we hold on and maintain the amount of muscle mass that we have. But in that same breath, if trying to push the same load for the same reps is going to cause us some sort of injury due to instability or inability or the inability to control the weight, then first of all, if you can't control the weight properly, then you're not getting as much muscle activation and you're not actually achieving what you want to with the exercise in the first place. But secondly, if you can't reasonably maintain control over the weight that you're using, then it will lead to injury. And the last thing I need is injury. So I'm going to do my normal warm-up sets, work my way up, and I'm going to see how the 80s, 85s are feeling. We'll see how those go. And if I think that I need to tone it back from the 90s into like maybe the 80s or the 85s, realistically 5 pounds each arm isn't going to make that much of a difference. As long as I'm putting forth 100% muscular effort going to as close to failure as possible with all of my sets like I normally do, that's the desired effect. Not I have to lift, not that I have to lift 90 pounds or I'm going to get smaller. If trying to lift 90 pounds is going to tear both my rotator cuffs and make my elbow joints explode, then probably shouldn't do that from a common sense perspective. But sometimes sometimes people get obsessed with the numbers and they don't want to see the numbers come down. Which, surprisingly, on everything so far, other than dumbbell shoulder press, numbers are either staying the same or increasing. Even on leg day yesterday, hack squats are still up to the same weight, same reps. But that's the other thing is with hack squats, it's a forced into a specific movement pattern, specific range of motion, because I'm locked into a machine. for dumbbell shoulder press, which is the one that we're talking about now with the 90s, it's free weight. It can go wherever it wants. So stability is a huge factor in that exercise. Not that a more stable exercise would be better. Not that free weights are inferior because they're unstable. Nothing like that. You should program and do stable and unstable exercises both. You shouldn't just limit yourself to one or the other, because both have benefits and both are very good for you. It's just that if right now, because I'm in prep and I'm losing weight constantly, I am in a position where stability isn't the best and I cannot control the weight that I'm under anymore, then we have to lower the weight so that I can continue to control it and prevent injury. I think that's a long enough rant about shoulder press. And if you want to summarize all that, you can just be like, I'm going to go down in weight slightly so I don't hurt myself. That's about it. I just wanted to get all complicated and sciencey about it. Song of the day today, let's get on to a better note, is going to be Dead Man's Diary by Paleface Swiss. This song is incredible. It's going to be great. If you like metal, it'll be fantastic. If you don't listen to it because you're going to hate it. Madeline had a perplexed look on her face when I played it in the car a minute ago. But I like that song. It's great. So it's funny, I'll actually be seeing Paleface live this coming month, like the 15th or something like that. We're all going to a concert. Anyway, that is besides the point. What's important is that I go inside, I get plenty warmed up, I get this stuff activated in my system, along with the 2 cups of coffee I've already had today, and then we absolutely kill chest and shoulders. Visuals have been crazy, so I'm very excited to see the post-workout pump, which I'm going to take all of you to right now. I'll see all of you in the posing room.
All right, workout was absolutely fantastic. However, as expected, we had to come down from the 90s down to the 80s for dumbbell shoulder press. Pretty much all stability is gone at this point. Strength is still intact and fine, because all of my other lifts that are more secure, all the strength is still there. So every other lift I did today, stability wasn't an issue, so strength was maintained in the same spot. So dumbbell shoulder press is the first movement to come down in weight, which is bound to happen. It's expected. But not at the cost of my delts, obviously. Yeah, things are still looking up as a matter. Let's mess with the exposure a bit because I'm so pale. And that super bright light I have in the corner, not particularly doing my pale skin any favors, even though I'm the one who put it up. But yeah, things are looking good. Whew. Things are looking great. I'm pretty happy with this. See if the midsection has come down at all. A little bit. Tiny bit. You know what? I'll take it. not too bad. Still got probably, like I said before, probably about 8 pounds or so to come off. It's just mostly midsection, but we're looking pretty good with that being said. Yeah. It is past closing time of the gym, so without further ado, or making the man at the counter wait any longer, I will see all of you in the car.
I know. Jump scare. I'm not wearing a hoodie. And I'm pale as shit outside in the natural lighting, even though it's almost dark outside. But my hoodie was significantly too wet to put back on. So we're walking out in the instead soaking wet stringer. You get what you can. Anyway, hit cardio before the posing in there, and then the gym is now closed. So we got out of there past close, but I'm going to say right on time. But honestly, everything went fantastic with the workout. Dumbbell shoulder press coming down a little bit. No big deal. It's as to be expected as we're getting lighter. I mean, hell, at this point, I am 17 pounds lighter than I was when we started prep. So the fact that I'm still hitting the same numbers on anything is a miracle. It's damn near unheard of for me to only have went down on one exercise this whole time. It's crazy. And I'm going to keep training my ass off so it stays that way. Or at least stays that way as long as we can make it stay that way. But yeah, training today, it went great. I feel like visuals are still improving significantly. Everything is really coming together. And at that, I'm still 14 weeks out. So we have a very long time to get off not a lot of weight. So we're in a very, very good place. Very good spot to be in. And that means that we'll get ready early, and I'll be absolutely peeled for the show. I cannot wait to be as lean as humanly possible. My running joke that I have right now is I tell people I want to look like a diagram skeleton from science class that somebody has saran wrapped sirloin steaks onto. I just want to be muscle, veins, and bones, nothing else. I want my skin to be so thin that if I walk past like a rough wall, it'll slice my skin off. That's a bit exaggerated, but very thin skin is the point. I think if I can come in absolutely peeled for the show, then I'll have a better chance against the guys who are a little bit bigger than me, but maybe not coming in quite as conditioned. But if they've got the size on me and the conditioning, nothing we can do about that for now. But I'm very, very optimistic for these two shows. I have a very good feeling about both of them, and I'm very excited to see what we can do at both of the shows. So prep will continue. I'll keep working my ass off. And if any of you out there are working on a project or you're going through a transformation phase, whether you're bulking, you're cutting, you're getting ready for summer, you're bulking through the summer, you're trying to get bigger, or whether you're trying to get a promotion at work, you're trying to do better at school, whatever thing that you're working on right now that you're trying to get better at, the thing that you're trying to conquer, whatever you're making sacrifices for so that you can be successful, go after that thing. And you keep working your ass off the same way that I do. The only thing I make these videos for really is for two reasons. One, I think it's fun. And two, if one person watches these videos, just one, and gets motivated because of what I'm doing, and they decide to improve their life, then that's enough for me. So, the more people that see these, the better. And the more people that get inspired by this stuff and strive to do better in their own lives, the better. That's enough optimism for one day. I've got a meal to eat, so I'm going to slam meal number 4. I'm going to drive back to the house. We have 4,500 steps left to do, so I'm going to be walking. I'm going to be walking for quite a while tonight. But posing practice is already done because we did our check-ins this morning. So after this meal, some steps, and then 2 more meals. We're going to go right to bed to maximize sleep because I've got work at 5:30 in the morning tomorrow. Nice little 4:45 wake-up call as usual. Hey, not complaining, just describing the facts of the matter. Anyway, all of you, eat your food, drink your water, get some sleep, make some gains. I will see all of you in the next video.